Hi, I'm Creason,
And I'm Cynthia.
and this is Random Spirit, where we talk about random topics. What are we going to be talking about today, Cynthia?
Okay, so I know we had said that we were going to talk about Carnelian today, but we're sorry, we're not. Creason will explain more at the end of this episode, but we will actually, this will probably be a part. Would you call it? It probably not a series. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a part. So like part one, Cynthia, how many parts is there gonna be? I don't fucking know.
Well, this is the first part of many. Let's just put it like
Well,
that.
yeah. Okay. So we'll be chatting about meditation. Okay. So it's gonna be a quick kind of a quick episode. This episode, I'm sorry, life gets in the way and punches us in the face. So I'm gonna start off with one of the topics of meditation, and it's the difficulty of meditating. So for myself, I think I've stated this in the first episode, I think that we had, the spiritual journey one. So one of the things is that like I throw myself into things, and I've noticed that I do everything myself, and I'm not a people person, so I just like end up doing it and figuring it out. And that's exactly what happened with meditation, because at first I thought that you can meditate like sitting up. I thought that was the only way you can meditate. Wrong. I meditate laying down because I'm a mom. I'm a mother of 3, and it's just so much easier for me to meditate like laying down. But one of the difficulties for me was just trying to even figure out how to meditate. Again, I am a mother of 3. And when you do meditation, I think one of the most important things, and like is also difficult, is to shut your mind. And I'm a Virgo, okay? So I'm always like, I overthink everything. Almost everything, depending on what it is, but my brain goes like 1,000 miles an hour. And then I have my kids, so I remember when Creason and I decided to try like meditation. I remember like I was like, how do you shut your brain off? And it's one of those difficult things. Quite honestly, you need a quiet place, and you need to be alone. You need to be away from your kids, and that was not happening for me. So we ended up meditating late as fuck at night. It was like 12 a.m.
Yeah, like super late. But like we had different time zones back then, so it used to be.
Oh shit!
It was like 9, 10, like for me, but I know it was like 12, 1 for you. The latest that we did, I think, was 3 a.m. for you.
Yeah, did you know that like that's the perfect time to meditate? That's when, I don't fucking know if it's like portals of like whatever that is, like the spiritual spirits are active at, like, I think it's what you call the witching hour, like 3 a.m., 3 or 4 a.m. Those are the perfect times. But yeah. So we used to meditate late as fuck. So like Creason is an amazing friend, and you would wait until Bashy would go to sleep.
Yeah.
And dude, like Creason would hear the whole like fight that I would put to put Bashy to sleep. And then sometimes my my husband would help if he was, home, and he would help put Bashy to sleep, and then I'd be in the living room doing card readings, like waiting, like, okay, I want to meditate. But finding time to even meditate, and then once the meditation sets and like you have that quiet place, you shut your mind off. Now, another difficult thing that I don't know if I will experience is being alone. Again, I am a mother. I was like freaking out because I was like, dude, like, you're not supposed to be meditating with like babies falling asleep on you. Yes, the fuck you can, because I do it.
Yeah.
I do it. I literally did it today. So yeah, so those two, and then let me see, because lastly, what is it, Cynthia? Lastly, what I find difficult and what I've learned is that you don't always need to aim for like hour-long meditations, right? It took us a while to understand that we are not always going to achieve that, because remember, Creason, we started off with like fucking 20 minutes. And even like within that 20 minutes, it would take an hour to get to that 20 minutes, because it was like, having Sebastian wake up in the middle of it.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, but you don't have to do it how like Creason and I do, but like that's how we started, and that was it's not like that anymore, because we're in the same state now, and I do my meditations alone and you do your meditations alone. But it was a quite interesting experience doing meditations. Like, you and I would do the meditations over the phone, and then sometimes Trey would like join us or whatever. But anyways, you can actually do meditations like by yourself in your car. I'm not that type of person. When I meditate, I see things and my guides speak to me. So I know that my guides are not going to sit here and speak to me in no 5 minutes in the car.
Yeah.
So that is my take and my share on the difficulties. Your turn.
Yeah. So I have a bit of a different perspective than, like, I did start seriously meditating the exact same time as my friend Cynthia has, but I had little snippets before of meditation, and like, I'm gonna share some of those past stuff because it kind of shifted my perspective on meditation and how it can actually help. So one of the biggest difficulties of meditation, and to me, is environment, finding the space to go ahead and do it. I took this course called Wushu like back in the day, and that was my first, like, not me practicing it, but me like understanding it. And I had an instructor who would basically sit for like an hour or so before class or whatever, or before class would start. He would just sit there, like, not doing anything. And I asked him about, like, like, why would you like just sit around, and he's like, oh, I'm meditating because, like, in order for you to have control of your body, you need control over your mind, yada yada yada, all that wise man stuff. He was pretty young to be that wise. But the fact of the matter is that, like, that was my first foray into understanding that, it's not just knowing how to do certain things in your body, like, your body and your mind are two separate entities. And your mind can be stimulated to, make the body more resistant, or you can have your mind less resilient and your body would be in turn. But if your mind and your body are one and they're united, then you become a much stronger person in tandem. And that's one of the things that, like, I feel that he has shown to me. The part that I did I realize is how difficult it is to get to that sort of nirvana because of all the distractions. Like the one thing that I admired about my teacher is that he could, make a semi-noisy place quiet, and he was very good at like dissipating distractions by not paying attention to them. And he said the secret is just to think about one thing and one thing only. Like his secret was basically, you don't want to go ahead and like, think about a bunch of different things because that's going to make your mind race all over the place. You want to focus on one thing, so that way your mind stays settled and then let that thought dissipate. And that's how he achieved his specific meditations. I've always tried to reflect that within the meditations that I do, but I have to admit that it is very, very difficult. And the big thing is that, like my friend over here, Cynthia, I get distracted and my mind is always racing on what I should do next and what work I should do next. And that makes it very challenging to meditate. My times of meditation, or the times that I like to do it, is when I just come back home from work. I would usually just like stay in my car, something that Cynthia just said that she has a hard time doing. But it's literally a good quiet place because nobody's going to come and bug me out of my car.
Yeah.
Or right before I go to sleep, I would try to go and find time to go ahead and meditate that way. I actually enjoyed when we did the group meditations because like it was, it was more of just it was it was like it was challenging to do, but when we did do it, like, and then we shared afterwards, and had like a kind of shared experience, it was really, really enlightening. And like I would say it was distractions that made it difficult, because sometimes, like, if one of us gets interrupted, all of us gets interrupted, kind of, sort of.
Not with Trey,
except for Trey, because like for some reason he was just immune to getting interrupted.
I can't.
He was like, oh, I saw like, the universe open up in the Big Bang, and I'm just like,
I freaking astro projected. I was like, wait, what? It's
I was like, how in the world, man?
The funny thing about it is that it sounded and it would look like he was sleeping.
I know. I would hear snoring in the background. I would hear like all sorts of like sleeping noises, and he would just get up and like.
I know. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to interrupt you. That was just funny. He's gonna listen like, dude, what the fuck?
No, but like it's true. Like he has talent that, like, I've never seen when it came to spiritual, because he could literally be hibernating and still come up with visions.
Yes.
So.
Oh shit! We're not talking shit about you, Trey.
No, it's about the difficulty, because we need to get on that level, because
right, his level.
Yeah, I know, right? Because we're just not there. I mean, that's what it shows to me. But yeah, like that's what I would say is the difficulty. It's a day-by-day thing. I've been trying to give myself more time to meditate. It is hard. I have to admit, because, I want my sleep too. And like, sometimes I'll just meditate myself to sleep, which I guess is okay, but it's not ideal.
Yeah.
You want to kind of separate the two.
Yes.
So,
I completely agree.
Yeah, like, well, that's pretty much what I have to say about this topic. So, like,
all right.
I think it's like probably the meditations that we like
prefer.
Or prefer. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So I'm gonna go on and share the meditations that I prefer. Now, I prefer. There is this YouTube channel, and I think it's called like Higher
Rise meditation or something.
Higher Rise meditation, something like that. The girl's name is Jessica. Her voice is so soothing.
She really is soothing.
And I'm in the middle of discovering and exploring my gifts.
Mm-hmm.
And when I tell you how mind fucked I am after like I listened to her meditation, because I've tried to listen to like other people, like, you know, like on YouTube. I don't know. Let me be fucking me, okay? Because I need fucking help. So I prefer to listen to her. Her voice is very soothing. I've tried listening to like the meditation that is just like the music in the background. I can't do that. I just like listening and like envisioning and imagining. And like the weird thing is that at first I had thought that like I was the one like putting the images in my head, and I realized it was my motherfucking guides. So yeah, I'm clips of who knows fucking what is coming, and things are connecting, and I think I have a lot of like of my gifts are opening from like the past tense type shit. But that is my preferred. I prefer to listen to the higher vibration meditation, rising, whatever, and I prefer to listen to that on YouTube. And I actually prefer to meditate laying down. Don't come at me, because I've tried sitting up, and it's probably because I'm a mother and I have a bad back or something, but like my back hurts, and it's weird because the last time I meditated like sitting up, I opened my eyes and my kids were in front of me. Scared the fucking shit out of me. So yes, that is what I prefer. What do you prefer, Creason?
Yeah, so I tried a couple of different types of meditation myself. Like I was curious, so my teacher would usually have like, you know, water running in the background, you know, those like white noise type sounds.
Dude, Sebastian falls asleep to that.
Yeah, so I tried to meditate to those, but I don't get that same kind of feel, you know, that lucid dream feel that, you know, I got from like even doing the rising higher meditations.
Yes.
Because of that, like you know, due to me not having like, you know, a full like 30 minutes, I loved doing the rising higher, and it probably would be my preferable. But what I've been doing has been like the short spurt ones of where like I'll meditate for like 15 minutes, you know, not the entire way.
But like, do you do it by yourself, or do you use the YouTube thing?
I've been doing it by myself without the YouTube thing.
Excuse me, mister. Fuck.
But
you and Trey are on the same level.
But to be honest, like there's something about the group ones that I actually really, really like. I think it's the reflection afterwards. Because usually after meditation, like reflection is not like part of it. Yeah. But when we were doing the meditation plus reflection, it was really, really enlightening, and it was really, really helpful. You know, we all got to share our experiences, and I really thought that was like, that made it feel like a lot more like, you know, you were doing something. I do like to do it sitting up. Not that like, you know, I mean, I don't think I have to do it like by physical whatever. I just feel that's the way that I can get into that lucid state the fastest. I can do it laying down, but it takes me a little bit longer, and sometimes I sleep. So
I have that issue too, because you and Trey were just talking shit today about me. Like my mom said something about every time I put Bash to sleep that I fall asleep, and I told her, no, Ma, I'm meditating. But then you and Trey were quick to be like, you fall asleep. Listen, leave me be. Leave me be.
Oh my god.
That's awesome though. I did not know that you can clear your mind without someone giving you positive affirmations.
Yeah.
Like me. Well, I prefer those, but
Yeah. So,
That's
yeah, with the meditations that we prefer, I guess we can just start with the readings, or like the card pulls actually is more accurate.
Okay, so I am pulling from a new deck that I got, and this is the first deck that I've had that my gifts are connected to. Right? Fucking mind-blowing, but hey, right? So the card that I pulled for myself is the Shift, right? And I'm just gonna read a little bit. I'm probably gonna read the 2 fucking paragraphs on here, but like the changing of the seasons, transitioning from who you are to who you're becoming is a gradual process. The shift arrives when you may feel suspended in time or as if at a crossroads. You are ready to move towards something bigger, but there are many paths that you could take. So much potential. It's hard to take that first step. Be still in this transition and take this opportunity to look before you leap. Now is your chance to gain additional clarity before making a decision. Call on your guides. Being still may bring up feelings of anxiousness and vulnerability, so have compassion with yourself as you take this much needed moment of suspension. This card is actually pretty interesting. Creason and I had a talk before doing this. I shared with you something that you taught me and something that I've realized about myself. And yeah, I feel like, 28 years on this fucked up earth, and the year that I turned 29 is the year that I feel like I'm finally becoming myself, and I'm finding myself, and I see the transition. I feel the transition. I'm becoming who I'm supposed to be. Oh, that's so touchy. Fucking hate touchy. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I still have my little sarcastic bitch self. I'm not fully gone, but this is a beautiful card. I do feel a shift, a huge shift in my life. I know I'm on the right path, and it's just crazy because I'm realizing a lot, and in the process, you're teaching me a lot, and my kids are teaching me a lot, and relationships are teaching me a lot, and I catch myself and I'm like, fuck, yo. But 2021 was an eye-opener. Fuck you, 2021. We're in 2022 and we're doing things great. So that was my card. Beautiful card. Thank you for listening. Creason, it's your turn. So, oh shit. The card that I got for you is a card that I've been pulling I don't know how many fucking times with all the readings that I do for you. And it's the card of abundance. Abundance is a state of being. You can allow yourself to become a victim of chance, or you can embrace the spirit of abundance through your expectation of always having enough. Do you have a sense of overflowing? Do you feel gratitude for everything that is in your life? The word abundance often brings to mind financial wealth, but abundance can be expressed in all areas of your life. And I feel like that is that's beautiful, and I've told you in the readings that I've given you that you could receive abundance in different ways, right? You just have to be open to it. You go on and give
so I mean, the thing about the abundance card that I really, really like is that, like, there's a lot of different ways to take it, you know. As you were saying, you could take it in terms of, like, the present, as in you get abundance now.
A gift?
But, yeah, like a gift. But
Yeah.
you can also take it in terms of the future, like, you know, you could get, like, a lot of things in your future. So, yeah, like, I feel that, like, in my case, you know, it's hard to realize how much you're actually getting.
Yes.
And yeah, like, the reason I like this card so much is that it's a reminder to, you know, appreciate the little and the big things that you get, the people that care, you know, when you're down, and
I
things.
feel like that is a form of abundance too, right?
Mhm.
Like it's like feeling, you know, when people give you love and, you know, their actions and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like that was the aim and the fucking 10,000 readings that I gave you this past week.
I know. I got a lot of readings this week.
Yeah, it was pretty deep, but
yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much the card. I think that, like, you know, I've gotten this card a lot this week, so I'm definitely going to reevaluate what is being given and try to go ahead and like, you know, appreciate the abundance that's been coming my way.
Because, like, you know, I feel like you and I have both realized that people give in different ways, you know. People give in different ways, and you just, like, you have to have an open mind, and you have to see what's in front of you. That was a beautiful card.
Definitely was.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess that this kind of ends the podcast. So yeah, about the carnelian, like, things that we're going to do. Pretty much I wanted to take more time to go ahead and do more research, so that way we can actually, like, you know, get a really, really long episode on it. So I am looking forward to go ahead and seeing if we can pull that off within the coming weeks. We have a lot planned. We're actually planning a lot when it comes to this series.
Yeah.
So that way you guys can understand the crystals better, like, and more in depth, like, view of them. So we're really excited to start that. But yeah, of course you guys can follow us at Random Spirit 28
on Instagram.
We'll be posting the cards that we do, you know, the episodes as they come up on that. So feel free to follow us there. And Cynthia, what did you have anything to add?
So I keep saying this, but I feel like I'm, like, full throttle now. I'm ready to do readings. I'm going to be I'll figure something out. If anyone wants a reading, message me on I forgot. Random Spirit 28 on Instagram.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna, like, I cannot speak. I will be doing, like, a free reading or some shit. I don't know. I'll be doing, like, a free reading type thing. I don't know how we're gonna do it. I'm not really good with, like, you know, computers and stuff. That's your forte, Creason. So
yeah, that's true.
We'll figure that out. But there will be, like, a free reading in the future. And yeah, so that's all for the episode.
Yeah, well, always remember to love yourself, guys, and until next time,
bye.
Bye.